like the paranormal? Are you interested in spooky stuff? I got something for you, mate. A job offer. One you can't refuse.
The paranormal. It's spooky because we don't understand it. I find it terrifying that people watch ghost hunting shows and believe them to be real.
What?
Keep watching.
Very paranormal indeed. It's defined as something we cannot perceive nor understand of science, and thus is explained through the mad ramblings or a very peculiar thought process. Hellsign is a game that allows you to not only experience the inner life that is a ghost hunter, but unlike the show, it's real. The game is all about relocating ghosts, ghouls, goblins of all sorts. When I say relocate, we both know where they're going. You play as an aspiring hunter, someone who specializes in vanquishing the spooky stuff, usually with a 12 gauge and a can-do attitude. Before we continue, I gotta say the game itself feels quite barren. It's not gonna be fun for everyone, and I mean it fills a certain niche. I'm not gonna lie. I can see some people enjoying the game, but not everybody. But if you're still here, congrats, you have an open mind, or you're passed out and unable to stop watching. If so, I'll continue like nothing's wrong. The game is pretty much this. You enter a haunted location, it being a randomly generated map with a set of different objectives. Finding clues, finding bugs. You got various missions to help you afford your rent. Simple things like forensics. An easy job, quick buck. You go in, grab a clue or two, or leave. To a poltergeist. You straight up a task to banish an evil spirit. It's not fun because you have to then fight other spirits, and the poltergeist is usually. You gotta remember some basic rules and. Huh. What was that? Oh, it's nothing. For now. Oh my god! You need the right tools, however, because the name of the game is hunting clues. Locate them with things such as your EMF meter. It helps detect a clue with its eerie noise. Like, isn't that fun in a video game where you're kind of walking around in a dark setting, having your ears assaulted? That's fun. That's fun. Have fun going around half the map trying to find one. And also, you can't go around as much because the tentacles around the map, they interfere with your EMF meter. Have fun. A blacklight. It's easy to use. Find a pile of bones. Follow what you hope to God isn't a sticky fluid on the ground. Spend 5 minutes checking the area because you can't tell if it's close or if it's bugged. Because usually when I try finding it, I have to like take little steps back and search. Oh yeah, have fun dealing with these guys. If you whip out a blacklight, they're just gonna attack you. Dead Man's Map. Honestly, one of the best to have early game. And however, due to camera controls, you gotta figure out where it is and where you are. And depending on the difficulty, you might have to find more clues. This sounds very tedious, I know. But I'm gonna say it, it gives you a rough idea where to go, unlike the other tools, who kinda just, you go around and look. But with the map, it's great. You just kinda... It's kind of guides you. I like it the most. Shotgun mic. It's an early game item. I would recommend it if using this if you want to get like your ear screeched or something. Something. Heat reader. Solely used for tentacles. You go around detecting the heat signature on the tentacles. I don't know why. That's a thing. It's probably because they litter the entire bloody map. Use it with these hentai plot points, and become confused with the alternate mode, which is fog. I don't know what it does. Just Geiger counter. Your days as a stalker may be over, but relive them with this device. For some reason, the signs you're after emit radiation. Sure, why not? You can use this with tendrils. It's gonna... Fox ears. I don't know how to use this. Spirit box. I won't lie, I usually don't use this. This is very confusing and it requires me to put a lot of effort into it. I'm not gonna lie, the gameplay loop, it's tedious at times. All you do is go around the map, kill anything that's not human or white, and look for clues. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All these items will help you, so get used to using them and hunting clues. Clues you need to apply to a book to understand what kind of creature or ghoul you're fighting. Let's hope you understand what type of structural damage your clue was. Oh, you can't tell if that was a crack in the wall made by a earthquake or a weird organized being. What's that? You don't know your pagan symbols? Oh, the next thing you're gonna tell me is you don't know your ectoplasm equations. You can't tell if this equation's dark matter or hydrogen something. You silly Billy. The missions are pretty much simple and standard. Forensics. It's a safe job. You go into a crime scene and collect spooky evidence. Most of the time, the police, they like to play a prank on me, where they call me in on the crime scene and use the Alexa at the crime scene to play sounds every 20 minutes to scare me.
Hello, Dale. I'm now placing an order for spider repellent. I didn't hear you say no, so I'm also going to purchase a subscription to BBC Monthly for you.
Joke's on them. I've been taking these home. They can't stop me. I fight ghosts. My house is littered with nothing but Alexas from crime scenes. I'm pretty sure I'm wanted somewhere, but I don't know. Phantom. Easy enough. You're tasked with hunting clues on what kind of phantoms haunt the premise. This mission is a step up, as you'll be fighting and finding more things. However, this is an early game mission, and as you begin, you'll see what separates the scouts from the hunters. Do you leave after you found your clues, or do you summon the phantom and exercise it, preferably for 12 gauge? Sweeping. This is the ideal hunting experience, as you won't be collecting clues, you'll be collecting bodies, or ghoul dust, depending on what you're fighting. For some reason, I mostly fight spiders, and dummy thick, panther squatters. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really a ghost hunter, just an exterminator. And I'm okay with that. When you start doing the missions, your tools won't be affected. However, as you progress and are given tougher missions, your early game tools won't do squat. You gotta save up for the big boy toys. Ekri. Like Phantom missions, you go in and hunt powerful spirits. This time, the spirits aren't screwing around. Truly a Dark Souls experience. Poltergeist. This is just for those who want to hurt. This does pay the most. It's also one of the hardest things to do. I recommend coming well equipped with your will finalized. It's not for the faint of heart, as no, not here. Not again. There's a plot to this game, surprisingly, and it starts off with very nice looking comics. However, it does contrast the art style of the game, as you'll be seeing most of your downtime. It's represented like a visual novel, and the comics kind of contrasted really heavily, so I don't... The comics aren't bad, they're pretty cool, but it's like this to this, that's something. Because it's a visual novel, me and 76.9 of Californians, I don't like reading. The game has an abundant amount of things, ranging from full-on weeb crap to advanced military gear. How I acquired it, I don't know. But I do look fly as heck with my new Tims and my infrared Nighthawk high-tech infrared goggles. You get to play with traps, grenades, even Macaulay Culkin a place to stop giant spiders and bugs and the homeless from leaving the premise in one piece. Become a one-man needle epidemic by single-handedly littering needles non-stop. Use a medkit when it's safe, but remember, it's never safe. Here's a tip and trick I can give you. Go to Kenny when you have enough money and win big. You play 21 blackjack against him. I'm not gonna lie, he cheats. He cheats. But so can you. I recommend going down the luck route, because if you take some luck, for some reason you just kind of take money off the pot. You just steal it in front of Kenny, even though he won. I don't know how to explain it. He just watches you take it. Combat, it's something. You gotta get used to it, or you'll get this. Everything you face has a weakness. You gotta find it through fighting them or buying their information. Sound is great, mostly terrifying for you. However, all enemies and objects give you an audio cue to grant you a heads up to the upcoming thrashing you're about to receive. This is the conclusion. There's more to the game, I swear. I usually leave out important bits because I do hope you would try out the game and get into it. But I'm not gonna lie, this game isn't that grand in the long run, and it feels like an early access game still in development. Combat isn't revolutionary. In fact, very clunky. The game has merit and has potential. Will it live up to its potential? No idea. No idea. I kind of hope. The game, it's not bad. I enjoyed myself when I played it. But then, like, it's gonna drag on and you'll feel it. And then it's gonna be like, once you realize, is there any more? Is there any more? Well, that concludes it. If there's anything else I'd like to... Oh. Wait. She's here. Screw it. I'm tired of running. Let's do this. Come on, let's dance!